That's $4. Excellent. And what about the total cost? Anybody, the total cost? The purchase price is $50. The sales tax is $4. What will I end up paying?
$54.
That's it. Very good. Excellent. Well done. Moving on. Same thing. The sales tax on a purchase of $83 was $3.32. What is the sales tax rate? So the purchase, so the original price was $83. And they added $3.32. So we ended up paying $86.32. But they're not asking us how much we end up paying. They want to know, they want us to determine the percent rate. What is the sales tax rate? So remember what we just did on the previous problem. We said this is what we end up paying in taxes. So we have, this is the original price. We multiplied by the tax rate to get to the sales tax. This time we have 83. I'm checking now again. It was, yes, 83 multiplied by whatever, and it gave us $3.32. So this is the original price. I have to multiply it by the sales tax to get what I end up paying in addition to 83. So to 83, we're adding this, and that's the final price. But how do I determine X?
I did 83 times 0.03 and went until I found it, and it's 0.04.
So it's 3.32 divided by 83. So the original price times the tax rate is 3.32. So all we have to do is divide that by the original amount, right? So 3.32 divided by 83. Is that clear? So the tax rate is, so X equals 0.04. Can anyone give us the percent of 0.04? What is the percent when we talk about 0.04?
40?
0.04. 2 decimal digits to the right.
4%?
4%. Yes, 2 decimal digits to the right. It better not be 40%. That would be wow, right? We don't want to pay 40% in taxes on $83. That's $32. We certainly hope we are not going to get there. Good. Okay. A total cost including sales tax was this. Again, what is the sales tax rate? Do we want to work on this? Please read it carefully. See if we want us to work on this. I'm not in a hurry to start Module 4. This is the end of Module 3, and this is very important. And we will start Module 4 on Tuesday. Is this a problem that we are interested in?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm on page 10. Good. So the purchase price of a new camcorder was $499. And the total cost, including sales tax, so plus sales tax, was $528.94. What is the sales tax rate? So first, let's find the sales tax. How do I find the sales tax? So the purchase price plus the value added, in other words, the sales tax, and we, at the cashiers, we pay $528.94. Good. So let's find the sales tax first. How do I find it?
Find the difference.
Exactly. So 528.94 minus 499. That's the sales tax. But remember, the sales tax is the original price, $499, multiplied by the sales tax rate. And this will equal this difference. So what is this difference? So 94.9, I think it's 229. Correct me if I'm wrong. So when I subtracted 499 from 528.94, I got this. So in here, remember what that is. What is that? Is this the original price times the rate? The original price times the rate. And that's how I get the rate. So x equals 29.94 over 499. And that has to be changed in percent. So let's see what we get. 29.94 divided by 499. Good. So what is the sales tax? The rate. The whole sales tax was 29.94 added to 499. But what is the percent in that state?
6%.
Yes, that is 6%. Very good. That is 6%. Okay? Sales, commission, amount of commission. What will you do? Sales, commission, amount of commission.
9,000 times 0.03.
Exactly. And what do we get? Give me the answer.
270.
That is it. The product is indeed 270. Good. Okay, so we know how to calculate commission. The sales amount is this and the commission is 15. Find the commission rate. Do we need to work on this? Okay. The commission is 6% on, and the commission is this. Find the amount of sales. So they're asking all sorts of questions on the same thing. Find the simple interest. Yes, let's work on this one. So the simple interest formula is I equals PRT. Interest, principal, annual interest rate, time in years. Interest, principal, annual interest rate, time in years. It's called simple because it's not recalculated every week, every month. Okay? So let's take a look. We have the principal, we have the rate, and we have 2 years. Please plug it in the formula. Careful, because you cannot plug in 5%. It has to be in a decimal form, decimal number. And tell me what is the interest. So you have to multiply 200 by 2 years by 0.05. And let's see what we get. $200 by 0.05 by 2. Okay, do we have an answer? I'll put it in.
I got 220.5.
I have no idea. So 200 times 200 times 2 times 0.05. I got 20. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, it doesn't allow me to enter it like that. Oh, I see. Okay, now it does. Good. Is this clear? Okay. We just did this problem, but let's, no, we didn't. This is the interest. So let's look at this problem and see if we need to address it. Please say yes or no. Find the total value of the investment. So they're asking us to find the principal now. Find the total number of the no. So we are given the principal. 1,454 is invested at this interest rate for 4 years. It's exactly the problem we just did, with a minor twist, minor. So let me write this down. So the principal is 1,454. We have the interest rate. Yes, you can say that 5.5 is 5.5. So 5.5% is 0.055 in decimal. And the time is 4 years. So this will give us the I, which is PRT. But the total is the original. The total equals the original plus I. So we'll determine I. And this is the principal. We're going to add the original, or the principal, which is 1,454. And we're going to add the interest to it. So we are investing today $1,454. We're going to get such and such interest. And a year from now, we have $1,454 plus what we earned in interest. So can anyone give us the I? So the principal, 1,454, multiplied by 0.055 and times 4 years. Can anyone give us I? The interest. And that is the amount that we will have to add to the principal.
$319.88.
I have no idea. I didn't calculate anything. I hope you are correct. So 1,454 times 0.055 times 4. Okay, and then we add to it 1,454, the original. So the $1,454 earned an interest of 319.88. So we end up with 1773.88. Total value of the investment is 1773.88. Am I correct? 1773.88. Type with integer or decimal. Good. Okay, this is the same thing. We've done this. Okay, so here's one. Melanie receives a 3% commission on every house she sells. If she received a commission of $8,128, what was the value of the house she sold? How do I set this up? Before I forget, all Mod 3 has to be completed before Tuesday, before class. 70%. So you can ask questions and see if there is anything that we did not address in class. So all Mod 3 has to be finished, and we are starting Mod 4. And then we'll prepare for test 2. I already created a test. It was approved. Do not procrastinate in registering for it, please. Okay. So she receives the 3% commission on every house she sells, and she received a total of $8,127 on a sale of one home. What was the price of the home she sold? How do I set this up? Josh, will you help us? Ashley, will you help us? Lindsay, are you here? Okay, Mohammed?
Oh, I was confused.
She gets, yes, she gets 3% commission on every home she sells. She sold one at 3%, and she got $8,127. We want to set up an equation to solve and find out how many, find out the price of the house she sold. We just want to set it up for now, and then we want to solve and get the price of the home. Anybody? So on the price, we're adding 0.03% of the price to get, well, in this particular case, we're not determining, we're only determining the value of the home. So that's all we need. So 3% of the value of the home was calculated to be 8,127. So x equals 8,127 over 0.03. And that is the value of the home she sold. Because she got a commission of 8,127, which is 3% of the homes that she sells, of the price of the home she sells. So then 8,127 divided by 0.03 gives us the home price, which was x equals 270,900, because she's getting 3% of this. So when you multiply this amount, this amount, so
Decimals are so weird. Multiplying makes the numbers smaller, and then dividing makes them big numbers.
but depending on a very good remark, but depending on what you are dividing by. So very good remark. So if we have a number that I divide by 500, the result is small. But if I have a number that I divide by a tiny number, the result will be very large. Yes, so if I divide by a big number, the result is small. But if I divide by a very small number, the answer will be very large. This is a very good remark. Perfect. So please remember, so when you divide